In today's session, I'm going to be covering how to make a condo annual meeting a successful one. It always comes down to the prior planning to prevent poor performance. And what do I mean by that? We're going to meet with the trustees in advance of the meeting at least 2 to 3 months. What we'll do is we're going to go through all the financials of the previous year with them, help them create a budget for the upcoming year, and get that budget approved. Once that budget is approved, we can make determinations on if condo fees are going up or down, and any type of bids need to be obtained to be able to keep them within budget for the next year. We have this new budget, and we're going to send an annual meeting notice out to any prospective owners. And we want to give them advance notice because everybody gets busy, and we want to make sure that we have as much people come to the meeting as possible, because it's really important to both have quorum, which is the amount of people that you'll need to be able to take any necessary votes, which is usually about 50% or more, and we need to be able to get their buy-in in advance. In addition, by sending out notices and letters with the proposed budget, people can also understand that if they have to change their finances to properly budget for any increases in condo fees, that they can do so in advance. What it'll also do is allow them to have the time to be able to provide any type of questions, any type of agenda topics that they want included in the meeting, and most importantly, to be able to provide any type of proxy, which is a signed agreement stating someone else can vote on their behalf, or to be able to vote and be able to have the choice and to be able to have input within the actual meeting itself. In addition, during every single annual meeting, we're going to typically have an election for any type of open seats that might come up for the Board of Trustees. And what this allows us to do, again, by mailing in advance, is we allow people to be able to submit a ballot, a little information about themselves, and again, submit it out to all the owners so that they can read about it and make an educated vote if and when there's an election during the annual meeting. During the actual meeting itself, we're going to want to make sure that it's a comfortable, well-lit space where we have printouts and handouts for everybody. We sign everybody in. We tell everybody that it starts on time. And timing is the most important thing. You don't want people straggling in. You don't want people to keep interrupting. So we're going to set rules and regulations during the meeting where people could have to raise their hand, or more importantly, or best practices, wait to the end of the meeting to be able to ask any questions. And if there are any type of questions that need to be asked during the actual meeting itself, it's something that we limit the actual information and time in which that we can answer it. And that allows us to just, again, keep making sure that the meeting progresses, and that we want to be able to answer everybody's question, but there's a time and place for it. But it allows us to be able to get through our agenda, to be able to cover everything, so that if anybody does have to leave early, we cover the most important things first. In addition, the annual meeting is a time in which everybody gets to have a say, to be able to have some input, and to be able to learn everything that's going on in the building in the previous year, as well as what's planned for the future. It's a really important meeting. Again, it happens once a year, and you want to have as much buy-in as possible. So we're going to send out those letters, we're going to send texts, we're going to send emails, we're going to be able to make phone calls at the end of the day, and sometimes we'll even do door knocking. We want as much participation as possible, and that's usually the key to be able to make sure that you have a good meeting, and more importantly, throughout the year, not having owners keep on asking you, hey, what happened? What's going on with the building? I don't know what's going on. We try to do our best with newsletters, but again, the annual meeting is a great time to be able to educate everybody on both what happened and what's going on in the future.